The Sega Genesis Flashback 2018, or Sega Genesis Flashback 2, as I like to call it, was made by AtGames and came out in, well, 2018. And as you can see, it has 85 built-in games. These are just some of them. And as you can see, the menu is easier to navigate now. And it has background music. It's really nice. This is also the same music that was used in the Atari Flashback 9, the Atari Flashback 9 Gold, and the Legends Flashback. So, we're gonna start with Columns, which is a pretty fun game. Pretty neat puzzle game. Controls are fairly responsive. As you can see, the gameplay is pretty smooth. It's really fun this way. Being played on the big screen in HDMI. And who doesn't love that? Well, probably an AtGames hater, but probably never even played on the console or even touched it. I've seen gameplay of it, but whatever. Anyways, runs pretty well on this. Goes back to menu. Now we're gonna try Decap Attack. Again, another good game. Now I love Decap Attack, but I don't think I'm very good at it. Then again, I don't really remember. I kind of remember being really bad at it, but I have no idea. Really, I am really good at platformers. Anyways, it plays good. It looks good. Sounds better than their previous attempt. It's much smoother. The 2017 version was kind of choppy, and it completely froze sometimes, but so far, the freezing has never happened to me in this version. I don't think it ever will. Now you make me think, it's an AtGames product. Of course it's gonna freeze. Well, just because they're, well, they are using different hardware, so we don't know if it's gonna freeze or not. Anyways, that's the Decap Attack. Plays pretty good. Do keep in mind, we're only gonna take a look at the Genesis games. Now, Sonic 2. Just like all the other games, runs pretty well. And Emerald Hill Zone starts up at its regular speed. In the 2017 version, Emerald Hill Zone had some... Emerald Hill Zone's startup... Emerald Hill Zone's starting music had some slight slowdown issues, but here, consistent speeds. Running smoothly. Can't seem to find any problems. That made me think, but what about that weird glitch at the bottom of the screen? It was like that in the original games. It's easier to see that in the original, in emulation, and as you heard, again, the 1-up theme sounds perfect now. In the 2017 version, it had some inconsistent speed issues, but here, it sounds nearly perfect. Anyways, that's Sonic 2. Now do keep in mind, not all of these are legitimate Genesis, Master System, or Game Gear games. The rest of them, well, look for yourself. Shovelware. Actually, there's less of it now, and it has almost all the DevWorks games released here in the US. It doesn't have all of them, though. Not every DevWorks game was released in the US. Some of them here are good, some of them here are complete garbage. We're gonna take a look at 4 of them. This time we push start to launching. That does a quick launch. And of course, Air Hockey was made by DevWorks. So this is Air Hockey. Basically your typical Air Hockey game on a console. Except the goals are in the corners. And you can go to the other side. Which you really aren't allowed, which you really aren't supposed to do in an Air Hockey game. I would let you do that, but still a pretty fun game. Graphics are okay, music is catchy. It's playable. I like it. The next game is Mr. Balls. That is literally the name of the game, and it's also made by DevWorks Game Technology. This one's DevWorks logo lasts a little longer than most of the other ones, but yeah, here's Mr. Balls. Basically, you're supposed to fill a machine with balls instead of putting them all out, but it's kind of confusing at first, but once you know a certain strategy like I do, it's a piece of cake. There, I messed up, but yeah. Graphics are kind of weird. Music is catchy. The gameplay, at first, is kind of a brain teaser, but that's why I like it so much. This is by far the best bonus game out of all of them. The next game is Snake. And oh my goodness, is this music horrible. It's not just the music that's horrible about this Snake game. This game is horrible in every way. Anyways, you're this snake trying to eat all of the bugs. And the more you eat, the bigger you get. Graphics look cheap. You can, for some reason, go backwards into yourself. Which, why can you do that in a Snake game? Why? Graphics look cheap. It's not fun at all. The music is horrible. But hey, at least the gameplay is good. On level 16, when you're all the way on level 1, the gameplay is too dang slow. This is by far the worst Snake game ever made. Hey, I played worse. Like, Adventure in the Park, which is included on the previous version. At least it's not included on this version. Thank goodness. The last game is Warehouse Keeper. Your goal is to put the boxes on all the X's. But I gotta be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just pushing around the crates like I have no idea what I'm doing, because I don't have any idea what I'm doing. The graphics are horrible, the music is horrible, and this game is not fun at all. Now it's time to bring this review to an end. Okay, final verdict time. Should you buy the Sega Genesis Flashback 2 made by AtGames? 3 letters, YES. It looks almost exactly like an original Genesis. The wireless controllers it comes with are really responsive. The gameplay is smooth. The sound quality is better. The menu interface is less confusing. It has music in the menu interface. It has a cartridge slot. It has an SD card slot. 2 controller ports for original controllers. HDMI. Micro USB power. That's what makes this console AtGames best yet. So, if you want a Sega Genesis console but don't have enough money for one, this is the best alternative you can find. So, the only downsides I can say is that, the, wireless controllers take AAA batteries instead of AA. The battery compartments are kind of hard to close. Not all the games are actual licensed Genesis games. The rest of them are shovelware. Which, not all the shovelware is bad. Some of them are horrible, but most of them are okay, though. But, other than that, this is AtGames' best, greatest, most awesome Genesis console yet. It is highly recommended. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hang on, before I go. They started with this, and evolved into this in the span of 10 years. 10 years ago, they looked like this. Now they look like this. Anyways, thanks for watching.